back to a brand new episode of the Riff Rundown. I hope this is finding you and yours doing well this weekend. My name is Angela Petrilli here with my friends at Fishman for a brand new episode of the Riff Rundown. Today's episode is pre-recorded. Don't worry, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one today. Have your electric guitar in standard tuning. We're gonna be learning Nowhere Man by the Beatles. Such a fun one. So as always, you guys are enjoying the lessons. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Really does help the cause. And if you want to check out all the cool Fishman gear that I use in these lessons, including these awesome Fluence pickups that I have in my Strat today, go ahead and click the link in the video description below. And while you're at it, I also started a Patreon page, so if you'd love to support me for the lessons that I do here on YouTube, you can go ahead and visit my Patreon page. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time there. It's great. So, as always, you guys know I like to ask a question before we get started, so please let me know where you are tuning in from and the first guitar you ever owned. So where you're tuning in from, first guitar you ever owned. For today's lesson, we're gonna go ahead and put our electric guitar in standard tuning, but if you only have an acoustic, that's totally fine. An extra gold star for those of you who have an electric 12 string, because oh man, is it gonna sound awesome with that. So, again, question of the day, where you're tuning in from in your first guitar, and let's go ahead and get started. Here's Nowhere Man by the Beatles. So we're going to be learning that one today. We're going to go through all the parts. We're going to go through the intro, the verses, the chorus, the really awesome guitar solo, and the beautiful outro. So we're going to be learning all of that stuff today. So don't forget to click that thumbs up button. It really does help the cause here. So let's go ahead and get started. The intro starts off a cappella, meaning vocals only, and they're doing like a 3-part harmony, which is absolutely beautiful. So the guitar doesn't kick in until we hit the F sharp minor chord. So here's what's happening here. So the chords that we are dealing with in the intro, as well as the first verse and all of the verses that follow, are gonna go like this. So we start off with an E major chord in the open position right here. So for those of you who don't know how to play it, first 3 fingers, okay? First finger is gonna be on the G sharp, first fret of the G string. Second finger, second fret of the A string, that's your B note. And then your third finger on the second fret of the D string, which is E. So you're gonna go ahead and strum everything here. So E, G sharp, and B, the tonal centers of our E major. Okay, so that's happening there. The next chord is going to be a B major. So we're going to play this as a bar chord. Okay, so first finger and third finger. First finger across, okay, the second fret of the A string through the high E string. You want your tip of the first finger, okay, the second fret of the A string. It's our B note. We're going to get our third finger here, all at once, okay? Third finger, lay it flat across the 4th fret of the D string, G string, and B string, respectively. The tonal centers we are looking for in B major, it's going to be B, D sharp, and F sharp. We have all of those notes present here today. So strum from the A string downward. So just like that, okay? From there, we're going to go to an A major. So here's how I like to play this A major. Second finger, third finger, and fourth finger, okay? We're going to place them all on the second fret on these strings. So second finger, second fret of the D string, that's going to be your E note. Third finger is going to go on your A note, second fret of the G string, and then fourth finger on the second fret of the B string, which is a C sharp. A, C sharp, and E, tonal centers there. Strum from the A string downward. There's your A major, and then we go back to E. So far it sounds like this. So let's give them all one strum. We're going to be playing the intro here, okay? So pretend there's 3-part harmony under this, okay? Just get used to these chords. Here we go. just like that. Now let's move on to our F sharp minor, another bar chord here. First finger, place that across all 6 strings at the 2nd fret. Okay, tip of our first finger is on the F sharp 2nd fret. Third finger is going to go ahead and play the C sharp 4th fret of the A string, and then our 4th finger, 4th fret of the D string, which is another F sharp. Okay, I want you to press nicely, squeeze with that first finger. Again, we don't want it crooked. Okay, keep it on that same wavelength as that fret. Okay, thumb is at the back of the neck, and allow those fingers to stretch nicely and create a good foundation for the rest of the chord. Strum all 6 strings, just like that. Okay, and as far as the strumming goes, down, down, up, up, down, up. Okay, but again, feel the song. From there, we're going to go to an A minor. A, C, and E are the tonal centers here. The 1, flat 3, and the 5. First finger is on C, 1st fret of the B string. 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the D string, which is E. Okay, 2 of the 3 tonal centers. And then our 3rd finger is going to go on the A note, 2nd fret of the G string. Strum from the A string downward. Okay, so just like that. Now, from this A minor, we go to E. Notice, it's the same shape. I want you to spider crawl all of those fingers up a string, and there's your E major. So see, from that A minor to E major. Same shape, just move it a little bit, okay? So those are the same chords that we have in our verses, well, as the intro, okay? So again, a cappella is being sung over the E. So da 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 da, and then making all is nowhere, da 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 da, right? So that's happening over the F sharp minor, A minor, and E, where the big strumming happens. There's a cool guitar lick, but first, let's go ahead and play through these chords. Here we go. E, B, A, back to E. Strum the F sharp minor, A minor, and then to E. Okay, let's do that without the commentary. Here we go. Now, there's a great little guitar lick that happens here, and it goes like this. Notice how I can play an E chord and I can play this little lick at the same time. It's kind of neat. So what we're going to do here first, keep your hand in this E major position. Okay, don't move it. We're going to play the open B string. We're going to get our pinky finger. We're going to place that on the 2nd fret of the G string. So that's an A. We're going to lift that pinky finger out of the way now. We're going to play the G sharp, 1st fret of the G string. So far. Okay, just like that. The next 2, guess what? We're going to play 2nd fret of the D string, which is our E note, and then we're going to play our B note, 2nd fret of the A string. That's the whole thing, okay? We're going to see this riff a few times in this song, or this lick rather, so let's play it a couple times here. And notice how I'm letting these notes bleed through. Totally cool, okay? So let's do that again. Just like that. Let's do that again. One more time. Now, once you get the hang of this lick, you can include it at the end of the progression for the verses, like this. I'll show you what I mean. Let's do that again. So see how you can do both? You can do this, all right? Well-intentioned practice makes perfect. So go nice and slow, as I always say in these lessons, all right? So that's what's happening there. We have the intro, we have that little guitar lick at the end, and then we go straight into verse 2, another guitar lick, and then into our chorus. Lots of bar chords here, but stuff you can do it, you can do it. So I'm gonna play through the chorus nice and slowly again, and then I'm gonna talk it through. So as far as the chord choices I am making here, I was watching their Live at Munich video on this song, and George Harrison does all bar chords in this section, okay? So it sounds like this. This is the chorus. Just like that. So, some similar chords that we have. We have one A chord here. The rest of them are new, and the F sharp minor, okay? So check this out. So we're gonna start with a G sharp minor chord, okay? We're starting on the 3 chord. This song is in the key of E, okay? So we're starting on our 3 minor chord. So this is a G sharp minor. So we're gonna get our first finger, our third finger, and our fourth finger to play this chord. I want you to get your first finger across the 4th fret of all 6 strings. Tip of your first finger should be on the G sharp, okay? So that's the root of this chord. We're gonna get our third finger here, placing that on the 6th fret, the A string. That's a D sharp, okay? Pinky finger goes down on the next G sharp, G as in go, okay, on the 6th fret of the D string. You're gonna strum everything here. Just like that. Now notice here, sometimes, and you know, I'm still a student of guitar too, okay? Sometimes I need a little help with bar chords if I want to get a nice clear tone. Sometimes I put my second finger on top of my first. Just like that, if I feel like I need a little help. Okay, so for those minor chords with the root on the E string, sometimes I do this. Just like that, okay? So from there, we're gonna strum it that way. I'll do that again. Now I'm gonna go to an A major. Check it out, the bar chord is right there, because remember, G sharp to A, they're a half step apart. So for us guitar players, it's 1 fret away, okay? So move that first finger up 1 fret to the 5th fret, okay? Cover all 6 strings. There's your A note, 5th fret of the A, or 5th fret of the E string rather. So from there, we're gonna get our third finger, placing that on the E note, 7th fret of the A string, pinky finger, 7th fret of the D string, that's our other A, and then you're gonna place your second finger, okay? Make sure it has a nice curl like a bridge, okay? On the 6th fret of that G string, okay? It's gonna be our C sharp, so A, C sharp, and E. Just like that. Strum all 6 strings, that's how it should sound. I'll do that again. And again, good thumb placement, okay? Middle of the neck. Here we go. G sharp minor to A, we're gonna do this twice. Let's go nice and slowly here. Next, we're going to go to the G sharp minor. We're going to bring this back a whole step, 2 frets for us, F sharp minor. We're going to play this for 2 bars. Okay, so just like that. From there, we're going to go to a B7. Now, from watching Live in Munich, I noticed that George Harrison played the chord this way. So we're gonna get our first finger, okay, from that F sharp minor, we're just gonna bring it down, okay, just a little bit to where the tip of our first finger is on that B note, 2nd fret of the A string. It's the root of our chord. From there, you're gonna bring that third finger down a string. So this is now in the 4th fret, the G string, which is another F sharp, okay? We're gonna get our pinky finger here. We're gonna move it down to the 4th fret, the B string, okay? So that's another D sharp. So this chord here, okay, the building blocks, B, D sharp, F sharp, and A is our flat 7. Okay, so just like that. So let's go ahead and play through that chorus. Again, G sharp minor to A 2 times, then G sharp minor, F sharp minor, B7. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that nice and slowly. just like that. That is our chorus, okay? So let's go ahead and run through a quick verse into a chorus, and then we'll look at the guitar solo. Again, if you're enjoying these lessons, please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, click that thumbs up button, and all that good stuff. So here we go. Let's do verse 2, restart to strum. Here we go. Let's do the lick. Chorus. So there you go. All right, so from there, we're going to do the guitar solo. This is where you can really hear the 12th string action on this song. It is so beautiful, but it's going to sound just as awesome on a 6th string. So we're going to be playing along to the chord. So I want you to think of it like this. We're going to strum a chord, and all of these chords that we have in the guitar solo are from the verse. So think of it, we're going to strum a chord and then 2 notes. Strum a chord and then 2 notes, okay? I'm going to play the guitar solo nice and slowly here, and then we're going to break it down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts, okay? So here we go, nice and slowly. Here's how we're going to do it. So we're going to start with E. I just want you to strum the finger or the strings that your fingers are on. So the A string, D string, and G string. We're going to strike the open E string and then the B string. So let's try that. That's part 1. Just like that. Let's do that again. And once more. From there, we're going to go to our B chord, but this time I'm going to play it as a little triad. Check it out. So I'm going to get my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger, placing them on the 4th fret of the D string, G string, and B string, and strumming them together. Remember, B, D sharp, and F sharp, they're all there. Okay, there's the triad. 2 notes after the chord is going to be the open E string, and then the F sharp here with our 1st finger, 2nd fret of the E string. Just like that. Let's do this a couple times. And notice how I'm letting the chord continue to ring as I play the E and the F sharp. I think it's really beautiful. See what I mean? Sounds extra epic on a 12 string, so. Just like that. So let's go from E to B. Really pretty, isn't it? So what we're going to do next, we're going to go to A. So let's keep this shape. Let's bring it back a whole step, 2 frets for us. Strum the A chord, okay, just the D string, G string, and B string. Strike the B string, strike the G string. So just like that. Okay, so for context, here we go. Pretty cool, right? Starting to hear it come along. This is such a great solo. This is such a cool solo. So we are going to go back to E here, and we're going to do this. E chord, strum only the strings that your fingers are on. Okay, now we're going to make this a little E sus4. Okay, but we're just going to play the 2nd fret of that G string. So it's an A note, and then open B string. So chord 2 notes. And notice, I'll let the chord ring. It's really beautiful. Love the sustain. Okay, so just like that. Now for context, let's start from the beginning. B, A, to E. Okay, just like that. From there, we're going to go to F sharp minor. We're going to play a different triad. We're not going to play the full bar chord that we did during the verses. So we're just going to play the triad. I'll show you what I mean. So get your second and fourth, or third finger and fourth finger, okay? I want you to place them on the 4th fret of the A string, so C sharp with that 3rd finger, and then F sharp with that pinky finger. Then your 1st finger, place that on A, okay? 2nd fret of the G string. Strum only the strings that your fingers are on. So there's the F sharp minor triad. Then strike the 2 notes. Strike the G string, strike the D string. Just like that. Okay. Now we're going to go to our A minor. And what we're going to do here is going to be a little, we're going to stretch a little bit here. I'll show you what I mean. Strike the A minor chord. And just the strings that your fingers are on. So check this out. So what we're going to do here, strum the chord, strike the 2nd fret of the G string, A, but instead of playing the C here, we're going to play the C here, 3rd fret of the A string. Just like that. So it sounds like this. Little bit of a jump, little bit of a stretch, but it's good for us. Okay, for context, let's go through these 6 parts. So here we go. Only one more part to go. So here we go. E, B, A, E, F sharp minor, A minor. Okay, so that's what's happening there. Let's do that one more time. Let me do that again without the flub. We are live. B to A. E. F sharp minor. A minor. And the final part, which I just love. So what we're going to do here, C, okay, to our B note, 2nd fret of the A string. We're going to find the next B, 7th fret of the E string, slide it back, open E. Okay, and we're going to do a nice little harmonic after this. Very light touch, folks. 5th fret of the high E string. Just a little burst. Nice and delicate, nice and gentle, okay? So that's the whole thing. Let's do that again. Just a little kiss there. Okay? So let's go ahead and do the whole thing. That's the solo. Pretty cool, right? So that's what's happening there. We immediately follow it with another verse. We know the chords, okay? E, B, A, E, F sharp minor, A minor, E, okay? With another guitar lick, the same one. Okay, it's based around our E major chord, okay? We got all that so far. From there, we go into another chorus, we go into another verse with a guitar lick, then we go to another chorus, then we go into a 5th verse, okay? After the 5th verse, excuse me, still dealing with cold, not fun this time of year. Okay, so from there, we're gonna go into the guitar lick, but it's gonna be a variation. It's gonna sound like this. Okay, instead of landing on the E note, we're gonna land on an F sharp. So we have the open B string, still keep the E shape. Okay, we're gonna reach for that E note here at the 2nd fret of the D string. Then we will reach for an F sharp at the 4th fret, because E to F sharp is a whole step. Okay, so that guitar lick that comes after verse 5. Okay, I'll do that again. And you can choose to keep the E if you want. Sometimes it feels comfortable to not do it, but I'll leave it up to you. Okay. So from there, that's being played over, that making all his nowhere plans. Making da, 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 da. We're gonna have a slight slowing down of this riff after we do this part. So when that A minor hits, we're gonna hit that A note, 2nd fret of the G string. And then when the E hits, we're gonna hit a B note, so the open B string. So the timing of it is gonna sound like this. Listen to the timing of it at the outro of the song. It's really, really cool. I love how it builds, so. From there, we go back to the variation, okay, with the F sharp ending the riff. Go back to the A, and then play the original riff from the top. And then that will end the song. So I'll play through the outro again. It's gonna sound like this, starting from the first variation of the guitar lick at the end of verse 5. Okay, let's do that once more. And that's the song. I just love this song. I remember listening to this on my little Walkman as a kid, a little yellow Walkman. I would listen to it after school. This one is a big nostalgic one for me. And Rubber Soul is totally my favorite Beatles album. So that is Nowhere Man by the Beatles. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Again, always such an honor and such a blast to teach you guys how to play some of my favorite songs. So a really, really fun one. Again, I want to thank my friends at Fishman for helping me do these lessons week after week. You want to check out all the cool gear that I use in these lessons. Click the link in the video description below. And most certainly, I want to thank all of you. Thank you all for being so kind to one another in the comments. I see it, and it just makes me really, really happy. This is a beautiful community we're building. We are all students here, including myself, and it is just such a blast. So as always, wishing you much success to you. Have a great time.